low key, they're turned on. Whether if let's just even flip it to guys who are DL, who are much more masculine, that don't have the the obvious signs of sleeping with the same gender. So you have that, but I think a lot of, just like you said, a lot of guys, some of them, they are turned on by it, they're intimidated by it because of the fact that they, don't want people to find out about, that part of their lives, and especially in our black churches. Our black churches, one thing that you can't be, black and gay. That is just that's across the board, You
can be gay. Every black church in America has
true.
a choir
director. Yeah,
so
the choir
he's
director.
gay. She's gay.
The choir director and the organist.
Gay. Who else gonna wear a pink and a yellow suit?
Actually, pink and yellow suit can be kind of fly.
And you
Steve
do
Harvey
know, and you do know that's real Baptist when the choir come in and march with their pink and yellow outfits and shit on. So that is quite possible.
I thank you. I know.
And them deacons, them pimp deacons, they be coming up there with the pink hats on and the pink pinstripe suits.
They're pink gators.
And pink gators. That happens.
Well, can we look at this in a little different way?
Sure.
True, but I just want to say something though. So how if we go knock the organist and the choir director for being gay?
We don't knock them.
No, I'm just saying. This is my thought process.
Okay.
For people that are knocking the choir director or the organist for being gay, but you don't say nothing about, like you said, that deacon that's a pimp on the low key.
Right.
Well, we pretend.
Right.
Okay, but in the black church, we pretend that the organist and the choir director are not gay. We pretend.
What church you go to?
No, I'm telling you. That's why they let them in the church, because supposedly it's a sin. It's such but every Sunday, you got, any Wednesday or Thursday, you got them directing the choir.
Okay.
And then they want to say from the pulpit, that's a sin, it's abomination. In Leviticus, if they go to Leviticus one more again, that means they can't eat gumbo.
That's true.
That means, and I only know Genesis and Revelations and all them books in the middle. I don't know.
Amen.
I just know a verse for that. But I know this: if they are supposedly Christians, once they accepted Christ, once He came to live, once He was on that cross thing, and He died, then everything after is what you're supposed to follow, not everything before, right?
So we are supposed to be living in New Testamental times. You have more so people now who are more, they're labeling it the conscious movement. Basically what they're saying is, people are saying that the Bible is right, okay, whatever the case it is, but because of the context in which the Bible was written and the language and the tone, the constant translations of the Bible, more people are actually getting more of a revelation versus more of a traditional outcome. Like for example, we talk about a lot in church, with the pastor sleeping with people and stuff like that. Well, just like you said, people willingly put on blinders to what they already know is going on. Because if they found out that the choir director was sleeping with the pastor, then it'll be an issue. If they found out that the deacon was sleeping with the first lady, it's going to be an issue. So there are things that are acceptable in churches.
Greenleaf?
Well, Mo and I belong to two of the largest churches in Houston, and it is like that.
And our pastors were not with Trump. Go ahead.
No, our pastors were not with Trump. But one thing I can say about my pastor is that he was very open to different things, but he just didn't want you to affect people. Like, for example, he used to always say all the time, we come to the church to pray, not to pray. You see what I'm saying? So you come to church, to pray for people, to get prayer, whatever it is, but church shouldn't be a breeding ground for what you want to do, And so I think that's when something happened to our lives. But my thing is that, homophobia is really, really a horrible thing. That why would you go into a gas station and argue with somebody about...
Okay, look, this is what I wanted you to do. Okay, that was July 28th. Wait until at least a month, because he's still in jail.
No, he's out on bond.
He did the $2 million. He did $2 million. That's $200,000. That's $200,000.
But then he's an ex-con, so he might have had a stash.
Right. Well, okay. Okay. So this is what I look. It was in 7 Mile. It was on the west side of Detroit.
Okay.
Sketchy area.
Yes.
This is what I'm thinking. without, I'm just reading into it. Sketch Garrett asked, what's that white rapper?
Eminem.
That's where he grew up. Drug ridden and prostitution. So I'm thinking, maybe threesome. Maybe they come up. Maybe they want to get her, and then they figure out it's a dude. That's what I'm thinking.
And you know, and you're right with
That's
that.
where anger comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like
when
you
a
said.
man becomes fooled and figures it out, a lot of times there is that aftermath. Like, how dare you?
Right. We've
Now I'm
had
insulted.
we've had like 28 transgender deaths according to T. Madison.
T.S. Madison.
T.S. Madison. And it's an ongoing thing, but I have to tell people, it's just like if I got married after waiting 101 years, like Sarah, or was it 700?
Something like that.
And the dude tells me, you know what, by the way, we're married, we're going to have a family, and I happen to be gay. I'm slicing this. I'm just kidding.
Right? You're gonna go Lorena Bobbitt on it.
Right, well, I'm just saying, you
But
gotta be
that-
honest when you're going in a relationship.
But why? Because
But why?
Yes, let me ask you why. Let me tell you why. Because you be the first one to say that ladies should see those signs. If you lay yourself down with somebody that's gay or bisexual, well, we're gonna say bisexual because a gay man wouldn't label you. But if there's a man that lays
A
with
gay
you,
man trying to save face with it?
Baby, I done turned.
huh?
I done turned men and men. But I don't want to have sex with my husband.
Oh,
Damn.
But see-
damn, I forgot my damn point.
and I figured it. But here, this is. I'm going, and I'm addressing what Miss Sunshine said.
Okay.
Like Mo, you absolutely right. It could have been, because I didn't even think about it. You didn't put all the parts together. They could have been looking for a prostitute. And then again, this is where men get angry, because if, as a man, you're fooled by another man dressed as a woman and you're attracted to it, you're gonna get angry. But why get angry? You should give them props for, like, shit, that's a damn good job, and thank you for being honest with me.
Right, because they could
Right.
have straight up lied.
They could have straight up lied to you. But the ones, because I've been fooled before. I ain't gonna, because I was Bourbon Street. They told me first time on Bourbon Street, they said, do not go past
Go,
the
do
Cash
not
Me Out.
close. Yeah.
Right.
I was like, I don't care. I'm finna go explore Bourbon Street. I want to go
You
see.
went past the Cash Me
I
Out.
went past the Cash Me Out.
What you running, the Wild High?
Well,
That's
No, I was just walking on the street,
Right.
and it was a woman, what I thought was a woman, high heels,
Gorgeous.
6 foot tall. I was like,
He
damn,
wanted to climb that tree.
Because he loves tall women.
I like
so
tall
it was
women.
over. It was over.
So, and I'm looking, I'm like, damn, I was like, and then I was walking up, just walking, and I got a little closer until I heard the voice.
Hell, you know it.
Yeah. And then the transgender person, because I'm not sure how to, I'm going to call him a person because I'm not sure exactly how to
Address.
generalize them. So transgender person was talking to the bouncer. The voice is what threw me off, because I'm like, wow, that's a dude. And I was like, hey, I give you props. I just gave him a pound. I was like, props, because you had me fooled from a distance until I heard your voice. And I kept it moving. And he was like, appreciate it. But that's all it was. Because it's like, if you get fooled, it's okay, but it's not like you slept with him.
It would have been a different reaction,
Yeah,
though,
just-
had you been on the front part of the Cat's Meow, got with old boy, old girl, and then you put your pants down, and then
Well,
it would have been a different reaction.
True, different
That
reaction.
would- yeah.
However, what I have learned, because I've ran across transgenders and just running into them, not trying to talk, not trying to get at them or anything like that,
Right.
but just in conversation, they will be very honest with you.
They will.
They will be
They
very.
will.
I mean, like, some women
Everyone-
will, some men won't. So you can't just
Yes.
say, and I don't, and the
Well,
black
the
community-
men that dress as
There's
women,
really
they've
just
been
no
honest.
reason to lie. I mean,
Right.
I don't understand why people do it, and I try not to dwell too much on it. But yeah, in this life and whatnot, just be honest with people. A lot of times, that's really all we want.
Right.
And I was gonna say, there are some people who are honest. Like, let me ask y'all a question real quick before here. Just take us to break in a few minutes. What do you think about a straight man that gets with a transgender woman?
See, now that's when I'm really confused, and hopefully we'll have someone on the show, because I don't get it. If you're going from a man to a woman, and then you're dating a man, that means you're a man and you like a man, so that's homosexual.
If
I
that
don't know.
transgender
I mean,
has
okay.
gone through the full transformation, then I would just see it as
then go through the transformation, cut, snip, something like that. Then okay, they're the next sex. But if they haven't, then
if they have it,
they're
then
the
it's
same.
homosexual.
Yeah.
So
But there are a lot of transgender who are homosexual. It's like Caitlyn Jenner. She still likes women, still a lesbian. So,
See, that's
But
why I
I'm-
have
okay, now
but
that
then
was
again,
again,
he
that one-
hasn't done the whole snip.
I would say
and
that
chop
one right there, Caitlyn Jenner became a transgender within 5 seconds. You know, I think that.
Well, no, it was in the making.
Well,
if you
Kate-
ever saw pictures prior to her coming out, oh yeah, he was working on that.
Well,
for
and
years.
then the Kardashians are evil. They have something wrong with their vagina because every man that they're with, they destroy. So it's a little different. He probably wasn't like that before he got to Killer Chris. So she done killed Rob Kardashian. She done messed up with OJ, and now
Oh my goodness.
Mr.
man.
Jenner. Well,
So homophobia, real quick, just taking another
There's
side
nothing
of
wrong.
it. Take another side of it.
Why do you say homophobia in the black community? Why don't you just say homophobia?
Because this man was black that shot a transgender woman in the shoulder for telling the truth about
He's in the
herself.
city of Detroit.
But
Yeah,
ain't
you got
Plum,
78%.
Mo, but right here in Dallas, Mo, right here in Houston. Last week in Houston, it was on the news that lady transgender woman was driving in Pearland, and white dude rolled the window down. Was like, "What are you? Were you a black monster or something like that?" It doesn't
Now,
matter
was that
where you are.
homophobia or was that race? You know,
But Mo, if a
just
man
leave people alone. That's
first,
what you're saying.
leave people alone. But see, first off, I want people to stop tripping like they don't have gaydar. Okay, that's
don't-
why. That's what I want people to
Well,
stop
but
acting
you
like they
know
don't
what?
have gaydar because
I
they
don't
got
have-
gaydar.
I don't have gaydar.
Mo, you got gaydar.
I'm the truth.
In some instances, it is very aware. You know, in other instances, you can go, probably so. But there are some out there, male and female, that are going, I would never have known.
My roommate.
I would just ask, like, but see, because if you get that little twitch right down in there, you know what's going on. I'm like, look,
My
can
roommate.
you tell me?
No.
What?
But first of all, I ain't got no time to be asking somebody, are you gay or not? Let me tell you what I got to ask them. Are we good? Are me and you going out? If we going out and we are sexually attracted, then anyway. My college roommate came to me years ago telling me she was gay. I was so mad at her. Cause she said, "Oh, but I wasn't attracted to you." Bitch, do you know how good I used to look?
You still look good, Mom. Don't go
I mean, back then, because in our rooms, we.
I know, you walk around
Yeah,
naked and all
right.
Butt
that
naked,
other
and I
stuff.
was like, and she's like, but when I wasn't attracted to you, I said, yes, you were,
Why are you gonna make this woman attracted to you?
because banging body. I got a banging body for a 100-year-old woman. Shit, I had a banging body at 20. She gonna tell me she wasn't attracted to me. Girl, please, I ain't talking to her. I ain't talked to her since.
Oh,
You know
we
what?
are.
So
Are we not following me on this?
No,
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 I'm not following this.
I don't follow your logic at all. At all. Because here is the thing that most people fail to realize about those that are gay. Is that just like with a straight person, you're not attracted to everything that crosses in front of your face.
Right.
So
right.
you may not be her type.
You
may not be his type. No,
You didn't 20.
look here.
You know how to snatch waist.
Look here.
Everybody was attracted to me.
Look here.
Just let you know.
I'm gonna tell you right
Be
now.
quiet.
A lot of people are attractive
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
and then they open their mouth and it goes completely
right. Oh, yes. Yes.
However, in your instance, I'm not gonna say that's the case, but then Mo, you talk crazy as hell. And if you talk crazy as hell now,
Yeah.
I can only imagine what you were saying back then.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is,
She probably wasn't attracted to my personality.
right,
But my body was banging.
right.
Okay, sorry.
And this is the case. However,
All my French.
everyone needs to understand that just because somebody is gay doesn't mean they're attracted to you. They have types and they different tastes and all that.
Right.
That's on them. Why should it bother you
And
if
why
you're
would
not gay?
a gay person go after a straight person? Just like
Right.
why would a straight person go after a gay person?
Right.
It's just
It's not
logical.
going
Well, you
Unless-
do have those
that are bisexual.
No, I said you do have those gay people who can spot a little bit of bisexuality in people, and we'll turn them out.
Okay, look, you ain't no little bit of bisexual, you ain't no little bit of gay, you ain't no little bit
Well,
of
Mo, if
pregnant,
you ain't
you
never
ain't no
did it
little bit of
before,
nothing.
if you ain't never did it before, Mo, just like you ain't never used a couple of sexual items that we gonna be talking about one of these days, somebody turn you out to some of this stuff. Mo, you get turned out,
You
Mo.
can't turn out when you good.
Take us to break. I'm not doing this.
Look
to you,
here,
man.
So, hey y'all, the real estate market is on the rise. Whether you're looking for a beautiful home with gorgeous curb appeal or just a beautiful investment, Jason Golden of Once Real Property Group is your local real estate connection. His website, www.oncerealproperty.com, to set an appointment and search for featured property right now. I'm sorry, we're all tongue-tied today.
We tongue-tied today.
I don't know.
We
So-
rusty.
Yeah,
We
so
rusty,
so
yeah.
Jason, we apologize, brother, but we appreciate your support. We're gonna get you some business headed your way.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Hey, did you go to that seminar I sent you? Colored people.
Is she said what we're looking at him?
Yeah, but we gotta do the preliminary stuff. Did you go to that?
I couldn't. I have the word.
Okay, what would you click onto that and find other
Okay,
things?
I actually,
No, I didn't see the other
because I was connected to the Wi-Fi here,
Mm.
and it snipped us off.
Well, don't do that.
So I
Okay,
took us
just
off
click
the
on the link.
Wi-Fi,
Should y'all click on the
and
link
so
for
now we're
everything
just
else?
going
It's
through.
an
The signal.
organization.
Might be
Oh,
too.
yeah?
That's the only way I can get it to work.
I would throw my phone if I could.
So,
Don't do it because you don't want to get your phone break.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Real quick. Next, we're gonna be talking about what the hell we talking about next.
Is it
Jerry's
It's the
World?
Jerry's World. Y'all already know what we about to talk about. Them Dallas Cowboys. Them sorry ass Dallas Cowboys.
Ain't you from Dallas?
What that mean?
And you're not Dallas? What are you, a Washington Redskins fan?
No. No. Growing up, I had two football teams that I had two football teams that I liked. The Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, wow.
Either one of them. I couldn't go wrong with me back in the day. Now, more so now these days, I'm a little bit partial, honestly, and not because Hendrix is a Saints fan, but I'm looking at the Saints and I'm looking at the Patriots.
I hate the Patriots.
I've always been a Saints fan. I was the
Yeah.
only person in our high school walking around with a Saints starter jacket.
Yeah, you
See?
sure were.
Yeah.
Sure were.
See,
Yeah.
being
I
in North
am a
Carolina-
Dallas girl to the core.
So you like Cowboys?
I love my boys.
See, in North Carolina, we didn't have a team, and we still don't, as far as I'm concerned. You know, Cam Newton wears dresses. You know, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Ain't none of my business.
What Cam Newton had on a kilt, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
kilt,
It's a
Mo.
kilt.
That's not a
And
dress.
I'm more Scottish than Cam Newton is.
let me just say, kilts. I know I'm off, but I love.
I
If
want-
you got
I want
something
one.
to kill
Give me
under
one.
there,
Woo.
Cam Newton ain't got nothing to kill under there. Thank you to my homegirl who verified that for me. She said all we got is money. That's what she said.
Okay.
That's what my girl.
Well,
Now look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll be honest with you. I was over in Scotland, and honestly, it's if you go to like an outing there, like a formal outing, you're supposed to wear one. So
Yeah.
they say when in Rome, do
you
that.
got
So
pictures?
no,
Damn.
Baby,
no.
He was
So
in-
I had a kilt. I have a kilt, and I had the socks and the whole get up. But
See, I'll do that.
yeah,
would.
but I was
Yeah.
But
when
he
you-
was in where? Say that again. Hendrix, where were you?
I was in Scotland.
Okay.
We have Scottish Americans. Mo.
Okay, Cam Newton wasn't even in Scotland County, North Carolina.
Good morning, Marsha. How you doing?
He wasn't.
Oh goodness.
Cam Newton. Anyway, so
Because
in North Carolina, we only have two teams: Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins, and that's what people like. So,
I love this song. Miss Trump, can you crank that up for me?
who is this?
Yeah. The Carters.
Yeah.
I know you like whatever. I mean I can't help it. I'm sorry, we grew up with Destiny's Child. Well, college,
I give 'em
because
mad
they
props,
came
'cause that
out
girl
like
is a
right in
hard-
'97, really.
She's a hard-working girl. I can't take nothing from her. I ain't mad at her.
I'm sorry, but when Beyonce and Kelly when they came to A&M, I'm sorry. I already liked Kelly. I was already
I'm
partial
a
to
Kelly
Kelly.
fan too.
But when I saw her in person,
she's beautiful. Oh my God,
oh
she
my,
is.
wow. Like Beyonce is cute. Don't get me wrong. Beyonce do her thing. But if I could choose between Beyonce and Kelly, I'm taking Kelly all day.
But
long,
they
every day.
always say that Kelly sings sounds better. Her voice.
Her voice is more
I-
authentic to me.
I love her, that sexy, sultry sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about just her vibe as a person. As a person, oh my God, Kelly Rowland. I'll let you boy.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on board.
Is she married?
Huh?
Yeah, she's
She
married.
married, ain't got no boy, but nobody cares.
You know what?
It's Kelly Rowland.
Hey, look here.
That's just like Janet Jackson. It's Janet. Nobody cares if she's married, have a daughter. Serena Williams. That's Serena. Nobody cares if she's married and got a daughter. She's
You ain't got to worry about me saying nothing.
You have to worry about me saying something.
Serena's her commercial where she's going back and forth with the latest commercial, and you see her silhouette. I was like, you had a baby? Ooh, she looked
And she got her ass whooped last week.
And guess what?
And she all right with it. She all right with it. I was like, Serena,
You know what she
are you
said,
okay? She was like, I'm good. I was like, for real? She's like, yeah. I was like, so when you come to Dallas? I don't come to Dallas. Why you don't come to
They
Dallas?
kill Kenny. You got a lot of people who don't come to Dallas.
No, because we don't have no good enough tennis tournaments here.
I mean, she don't
in
even
Dallas.
visit.
Yes, she do.
Oh,
She do.
She come
Yes,
visit
she
you. I forgot
do.
you.
She always come
She
visit.
come visit you.
You know?
Hey, I got 2 words for you.
Mommy and Serena.
I got 2
Oh,
words for
shit,
you,
I'm
Q.
sorry. Huh?
2 words. Wheels up.
Wheels up.
Wheels up. You already know. Wheels up. Let's go.
You talking about real quick, Beyonce and Kelly. And woman, Beyonce and Kelly, when Destiny shot at the Houston Rodeo,
Oh.
I was like
Baby.
3rd row center, and they was coming off their thing, you know. So I'm a survivor. One thing, Kelly had the most fuss on. She bow-legged in one leg. I was like, just like drooling. You know, I could have spoiled good if she blew a kiss at me, but you know, maybe not.
But I'm
Hi.
gonna say right. Hey. Oh, no,
Are we live yet?
No,
No, stand by.
Stand
Oh,
by.
stand by.
No, but you know who else? Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo?
Oh,
That damn Selena.
Selena.
Woo!
Yes.
When I saw her, I was like, she black. Cause you know we got free tickets. But she black.
It's horrible that she's dead. You know.
They get a lot of
Indeed.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed those songs by. I lost track of where we are. Love Affair by Tony Braxton and Friends by the Carters.
About a Carter.
The Carters. That would
Carters.
be Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. He put a ring on it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
better have. Somebody was gonna do
Yeah,
it.
'cause trust me, I'm pretty sure.
You
Yeah.
would put a ring on it.
Nah, I would. Nah, like I said, hands down. Beyonce's cool. Don't get me wrong. Hands down though, Kelly Rowland. Sorry.
Oh, you know what? Real quick before we go into the segment, real quick about talking about the Jerry's World thing. Before I'm gonna let Hendrix bring that in real quick. Just a quick prayer, or just letting the people wherever there is out there in that Texas place where that camp is, that baby died. For the deportation separations, there was
Oh,
a child that passed away, and so
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of what city that was in Texas, some bootleg city out there by El Paso, by the border somewhere. So just know that even though I don't know what the hell y'all are, y'all in our prayers, like for real, no joke. Now go ahead, you just I just wanted to say that shit. You know.
So, we back.
Jason is on. What's up, Patrick? How you doing? My cousin Marsha's on. April's on. Miss Sunshine number 2.
Yeah.
Was Miss Sunshine number 1? It's right there.
Yeah. So let's get into this. And we're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowgirls. Really
Oh,
quick.
no, you didn't.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna talk about the Dallas
Cowboys.
Cowgirls
My
and
boys.
Jerry Plantation Owner Jones.
Oh, God.
Love it.
You know
And-
what? You
I
ain't
love it.
lying, though. You ain't lying.
And is it really Jerry's world?
Is it really Jerry's World?
So just to give y'all a little backstory, if y'all haven't heard, Jerry Jones stated that the Cowboys will not be allowed to kneel nor stay in the locker room during the playing of the national anthem.
And not remain a cowboy.
Right. So
Remain
he
a
said
cowboy.
they will stand on the line and hold the line and put their hands over their heart for the national anthem. And with that being said, a couple of days later, Dak Prescott comes out and says, "Oh no, the national anthem is not a place nor time to protest." So, team, what are your thoughts?
How much does Dak make a year?
Dak is still under his rookie contract. Therefore, his max salary is $1.2 million.
So there's 1.2 million reasons to agree.
However, when you are also the rookie of the year, and then you have a sophomore year that is by no means trash, you can get picked up by any team if you let your nuts hang.
He's from Louisiana. He's always been a Cowboys fan. His mama loved the fact he loved him.
No.
He's from Louisiana, you say?
No. He's
You
from
gonna- you
no.
gonna make me mad.
No. He's from Texas Light.
What is that?
Texas
Okay,
Light.
for anybody from Louisiana, they already know what I mean. In Louisiana, until the Saints won the Super Bowl, from Shreveport all the way down along the border,
Along the border.
there were no New Orleans Saints fans. Most of the New Orleans Saints fans started from Monroe, Baton Rouge over. Anybody that's from Shreveport down the border, you Texas Light. Because not in Shreveport could you find a stitch of New Orleans Saints gear. It was all Cowboys. So he is from Texas Light. He is not from Louisiana. Bullshit, call it what it is. And I say that because I'm a diehard New Orleans Saints fan. And I'm telling you right now, when I got my Saints starter jacket that I had in high school, Q, my mom had to go all the way to Monroe, Louisiana, because that's the closest place she could find it. You couldn't order back on the internet then.
Right.
You actually had to go there and pick it up. The closest place we could get one was Monroe, Louisiana, Pecan Land Mall.
Okay. I know nothing about football except for when individuals have certain contracts and who to hook up with. I know nothing about football. Hell, I can't tell if you're on the offense or defense. Well, that's what I asked. I said, are you on the field when your quarterback got the ball or not? That's all I know about football. Because this is what I say. And to all your football people who are offended, oh, the hell well. You a grown man who play with other grown men. And you touch their booties and you get in big piles. And you want to tell me about homophobia in America? Please.
I'm
Where
so
is
confused about where
homophobia
you're
coming
going.
on?
Because you got the NFL players who are so homophobic that somebody couldn't be on
Michael
the
Sam.
team.
Here's the problem.
Well, he wasn't no good player.
Here's the problem. This is where we need to. First of all, we need to
Because
get
I
back
don't
on
like
subject.
football.
Secondly, every football team has 1 or 2 gay players.
One or two.
No. I'm gonna tell
They
you
got
right
more
now.
than
No.
that.
As long as I play football, every team has 1 or 2 players. They might have more.
Yeah, they
but every
might
team has 1 or 2 players.
Yeah.
Everybody
Gay
in
or
that damn
bi.
right. Everybody in that damn locker room know you gay.
Yeah.
But one thing you do not do is show your gayness in that locker room. Everybody know you gay. You don't gotta be flamboyant. You stay and you do as a normal man would do. Not saying that no. I'm talking about from a masculinity standpoint and as a teammate standpoint. What you do once you leave the locker room is cool, fine. But when you're on that locker room, you're on that field, I don't give a damn about who you sleep with. Do your part, play your role,
Right.
and don't let me down. That's what you care about as a
It's just
football
like
player.
being in a workplace.
Yeah.
Because you all understand football. For people like me who don't understand football, okay, so the national anthem, you stand up, you sit down when you're in the stands.
Mhm.
So these football players, are they mandated by the NFL, which is a nonprofit
No.
organization?
No.
No.
Here's
No.
the problem with the whole thing, and this is the part that most people do not realize.
And it's under review. It's under review.
But do you not realize that the government pays the NFL
That's right.
to play the national anthem at every single game?
That's right.
Right.
This is part of their bottom line. It's affecting their business. Every military person, ex-military person that I have talked to says if you want to protest during the national anthem, they have no problem with it because they're
It's part of your
it's
First
part of
Amendment
the
right.
First Amendment right. They are designed and there to protect the Constitution, not a song, not a president. That's part of the
Absolutely.
oath that they
And-
take.
So what's the problem?
And that's
with
my
Jerry?
problem is putting your patriotism into a song. That song doesn't make America what it is.
No, what they're
The
doing
people
is
do, and unfortunately, right now, our people.
what they're doing is mixing. They're blending patriotism with racism.
Right.
That's what's
Right.
happening. Jerry Jones is an all-out racist. I don't care what you say. Jerry Jones is a racist.
He's
And
still a
I'm-
good old boy, exactly.
And I'm going to show you exactly how. How many black quarterbacks has the Cowboys had?
Well, they would have had one if his daughter hadn't dated.
No.
Oh, boy.
No. How many black quarterbacks have the Dallas Cowboys had? They've had two.
Just two.
Who?
Yeah.
Two. Dak Prescott,
And
Quincy Carter.
but
Yeah.
Quincy Carter
You
was cut
see.
short because
He was black, and he was not given the full opportunity that same person, Tony Romo.
Gave Tony Romo.
Tony
Oh,
Romo
yeah.
is not. Tony Romo is. That's not even his name.
I still think Tony Romo is the illegitimate child of Jerry Jones.
Tony Romo. His actual name is Antonio Ramirez.
Is that his name?
That's his
That's his
name.
name, really?
That's his name.
So he had a Mexican quarterback?
Yes.
wait, who can't speak no Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, that's common now in Texas. You
And
know,
yes,
He's
that-
from
Well,
Wisconsin.
that's common.
He's
He
from
what?
Wisconsin. Yes.
He's from Wisconsin.
He's from Wisconsin.
Tony Romo, you
you
didn't
know,
know that?
my thing
There's
is
a lot of
with
Hispanics up north.
I
And
just-
going, even in Canada.
I just want to know about these Dallas Cowboys sucking on Jerry Jones' dick. That's
It's
what
about
I
a
wanna know.
paycheck.
Here's the problem
Oh,
that I
no.
have. You can beat up a woman. You can use illegal drugs that are banned by the NFL, and you can still play for the
No,
Cowboys.
you can kill your friend.
You can kill
Right.
You
your
kill your
friend.
friend,
And
yeah.
still
Yeah.
play for the Dallas Cowboys.
But
Right.
you
No,
can't.
No,
but you
in the
can,
NFL. In the NFL,
but you can't take a knee.
but you
You
can't,
can't take a knee.
You
Woo!
can't
My thing
So I
is-
can kill my friend.
This
Justice
is
doesn't
my
occur
thing. You
in
know,
this
you got
country.
the president of the United States, the orange Cheeto out there on 45, don't even know the words to the damn national anthem. And then not only that, let's not even talk about the third and the fourth stanzas of the Star Spangled
gonna
Banner. You know, we're not gonna go there because you know
I
that's
don't
a
care about
whole
the
other
right,
conversation.
Right.
You know, so we won't do that. My thing is as a black man, okay, who don't have the money and the resources that the Jerry Jones people got and the Dallas Cowboys and Players Association and all that stuff. My thing is how does that look to our future generations when it comes to racism, division, and separation?
No, there's
It's the
Right.
same as it's
No,
always
the
been.
reason why I'm saying that is because are we just like you were saying, you know, the NFL has been impacted by the bottom line, their dollar. They're understanding now that black people do have money and do put their money into the NFL. So they do understand that. But why is Jerry the only one? What gives Jerry the big dick out of everybody else?
Because he got a direct line to 45.
And
Is that
wait
what
a minute,
that
not
is?
the
He
direct
got a
line.
direct line to
I
Well,
45.
you tell me. The
Believe
number
it.
one team in the world is Man U, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So which team over there does Jerry own?
None.
Did he a part owner or something?
Mm-mm.
No.
He's not an owner. He has no stock in Manchester United. Nope.
But is there another soccer team over there?
There is another soccer team, but he doesn't own any parts of Manchester United.
So is there something that the Cowboys should do? Should they kneel? Should they do what Jerry say do?
And here's the funny part. Because I remember last season, that same person, he was taking a knee.
All of them, and he needed help to get his ass up.
That's
he was taking a knee.
Right.
All
So,
of them.
and again, this is the thing. People are confusing patriotism with racism. And you're hiding the racism behind the quote-unquote patriotism. You're
Right.
using it as an excuse to be racist.
Okay.
Again, I will tell you this. Jerry Jones is a flat-out racist. Point blank, period.
I agree.
Because here's the other thing you have to look at. He allows Texas A&M and his alma mater, Arkansas, to play in his stadium every single year. He allows Baylor. He allows all these top schools. When they were doing construction on the Cotton Bowl, he would not allow Grambling and Prairie View to play in Jerry World.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
got
why y'all
two
was thinking about
HBCUs that will not, that he would not allow to, but he'll allow Texas and OU to play there, but not Grambling and Prairie View. So tell me again he's not racist. Because if anybody knows anything about the Cotton Bowl Classic when Grambling and Prairie View play,
That's
and then the
always a
Texas OU
sellout.
game, both
Always.
of them games are both sellouts.
Mhm.
and can
There's-
sell more.
And here's the thing: you could have doubled your profit if you had allowed Grambling and Prairie View to play in that stadium when the Cotton Bowl was going on.
And that's why I know it's really not about the money, man.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is as Miss Sunshine takes us a break, my thing is that first off, any black athlete out there on the Dallas Cowboys, if you are offended about what's going on, wherever the case is, then
You kiss
then
my ass
you
and suck
kiss
my
my
dick.
ass and all kind of stuff.
Oh
and
my, I thought you were
thing
gonna
is,
invite them to call in.
I know, right?
At
You can call in.
You can call in.
214-747-4827.
Call in.
definitely call in.
Call in and
And-
defend yourself.
and-
Because I'm gonna tell you right
Oh
now.
my.
I'm gonna tell you right
Oh
now.
my.
You a bitch.
straight up.
Look at me.
All right. and
If
let's
you
go
a
ahead.
black Dallas Cowboys player
Straight
and
up.
you still playing for Jerry Jones, you a bitch.
What?
Definitely.
It's a job,
No,
y'all.
And no, fuck that.
Mo
Okay,
Hell's
and
good.
Because
we
it-
are gonna go to break.
It's break time.
It's break time.
Break.
No, it's a job. Okay,
And we'd
great,
like
great.
y'all to get a positive, helpful partner for buying and selling and keeping your home. So contact Jason Golden at 214-972-0900. He is a trusted resource for answers about the process, innovative in marketing strategies, has expertise about neighborhood features, free home marketing consultation, strong negotiation skills. So what are you waiting for? He's available right now.
Right now, goddammit, right now.
Didn't your mama tell you about using that word?
No, she's talking about the other words.
Oh, okay, good.
We'll be right back.
What are we listening to?
Well, this hero. Okay, so this song is dedicated to our people in France.
Yes.
This song is in French, so y'all get with it.
So, yeah. And so,
And if y'all don't speak French, go check out Hero, Hiro by Soprano on YouTube. Very powerful message.
yeah.
Parlez-vous français,
And they have
soprano?
And they have a
Allez-vous,
translation. They do have a translation, so if you're not understanding the words, you don't speak French, they do have the song translated as well on YouTube, so you can go check that out. And yeah, so to all our people in France too, on YouTube, Facebook, hey, we appreciate y'all,
Definitely.
because I'm not sure how Designer ended up finding out about us, because I know it's nighttime over there for y'all in France. But y'all had Designer making me feel kind of special. Because his crew approached us while we was in Vegas. So, hey, we appreciate that shit for real.
We do.
We do. We appreciate that shit.
Mo, Jerry Jones and them Cowboys can kiss my ass, like for real. Hey, Mo, it's a job, Mo.
Here's my
It's
thing.
a job that is supposed to be an equal opportunity employer, Mo.
You're absolutely right.
Not only that, Mo, you have a choice to play football.
They
You have a
can't do
choice to
anything
play
else.
football.
They can't do anything else, baby.
Well, shit.
You've been playing with that little brown ball for 20 years. You can't do nothing else. You think you can go into a lab, a chemistry lab?
Why not? I did.
Here's my thing. And because I'm a die-hard Cowboys fan, born and raised right here in DFW, I will refuse to let Jerry fuck this up for me. And I separate him from the Cowboys.
That's very, very good of you to do
But,
that.
and I have to try to remember, like you said, it is a business. And he's a piss-ass boss like a lot of these motherfuckers are. There's a lot of people out here, they got money, they got old money, and they use it to their advantage, and he's one of them.
I'm simply
And he is, you know, he's fucking it up for a lot of people.
I mean, but you know what? And this is I've always said this. If you want to break them economically. Okay, so we don't go to Papa John's no more. Break them.
Let me ask you
I hadn't
this.
been to,
This
I hadn't
is
been to Jerry's world.
this is what I say that.
Oh, we still live?
Yeah.
It froze.
Here's the thing. No, it's still streaming.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's back up though.
Okay.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
listening.
Here's the thing. If every black Cowboy said we not playing, what kind of team would you have?
You wouldn't have to.
What kind of cars would they have? What kind of houses would they have? Their mortgages from their mama's houses would be full. I'm telling you. And see, they're in a rock and a hard place, baby. They don't have no credit scores.
Here's the problem. This is what you're not understanding, Mom. Do you not realize that with your NFL contract, a certain portion of your salary is guaranteed?
Right.
Yeah, a certain portion of your salary is guaranteed. Now, you may not be able to live flamboyantly like you do now, but I guarantee you, you can have a very comfortable life for a couple of years. Because the minimum salary for an NFL player, guess what it is? It's up to $350 now.
For y'all joining
$350,000.
us right now, we are on break. Checking out
Listening to
Arrested Development by Department of Tennessee by Arrested Development. Still talking about Jerry Jones.
behind the
So-
scenes. So I mean, I don't understand football, but you know what? I understand that it's a business. Do I like Jerry Jones? No. Is he from Arkansas and is he racist? Yeah. Can you break him? Break it. All of those people run around with Dak Prescott's number 4 shirt. See, I know something. Send them back to Jerry. Say, you know what? I paid for these, but here you go. Take them back. I'm not going to. See, when y'all run around with the Dallas Cowboys stuff on, you're advertising. Just like when you buy a car and you got the stuff on the back, I always tell them to take it off.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not advertising for you. You know, because people want to be like, not Mike, people want to be like Mom.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But no, you know they get mad at you when you tell them to take it off.
Yeah.
Some of them get mad. It's like, are you gonna pay me for advertising?
Exactly.
No, you're not. Take that off.
Exactly.
Take that off my car.
Exactly.
At this point, it's mine. You need you to take that off.
It's mine in the bank. Right, not
It's
yours.
not yours anymore. I need you to take that off. But it's gonna take an extra day. That's fine. I pick it up tomorrow.
Truly. That's like that's on the car you got.
Yeah.
Shit, Uber home. Shit, Uber.
I agree with you. They spend their money somewhere else.
They got you.
Because-
That's the only way you break them, baby.
Because he think this shit is a game.
Yeah.
He really do think this shit is a game. You know, and when you're an old cracker, you know, that's just what you think.
And see, he thinks right now, one of the things that the football games, Saints and the Cowboys play, usually we just go through the normal flow of going to buy tickets. No. This year, we're not doing that. We're going through the Saints website to get our tickets to the Cowboys game.
We still doing the tailgate party.
We said on my end, my family said, all you got to do is show up. We go there.
What's that date on that?
October 27th. No, I'm sorry, November 27th. It is the Thursday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Thursday. Okay.
Thursday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, 'cause we won't be here that weekend.
Hurry, just do a 10-minute break.
Oh my God, I love this girl. The Floyces, she is so good to me. I like her.
This is more spoken word to a beat. This is not necessarily. The Floyces.
I have no
The
idea.
voice-
You never heard of this? Oh yeah. I feel important now. I feel like I actually.
Look at her, Sunshine. The Floyces, she is awesome.
The florist is like
The
a
Floyces,
flow. Like flow.
like she's flowing.
Like
Floyces.
poetry. Like poetry.
Right.
I got you.
Cause y'all know I love spoken word and Black Ice. Of course, I met him. It's probably been 10 years ago when he was real hot and got his CD. I finally pulled it out. I try not to pull it out because I did give him the autograph.
You know what you do, right? You put it in and you download it. That way you can listen to it without messing with.
That's what I need to do. But you know what? I don't have anything that's got a disc player anymore.
I do.
Oh, we like on a serious delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. But I had to take it off the wireless because it kept popping up weak signal, and then it just cut off.
But YouTube is going strong though.
Good.
Word.
Well, probably because I got off the internet.
Well, I
Well,
wasn't using the internet.
You the only one
You are?
ghetto.
Okay.
You the only one ghetto.
I can't see, but I'm gonna do it like this.
You can't see? Oh, that's fine. You can't see me.
No, I'm good.
I'm like,
Because remember, I said we can't be looking down so much, so I'm trying to look up.
but you know what? We doing good on that. Only thing
1
you
minute.
you turn your face from the camera.
Because I keep talking to him. Because he keeps dogging me
I'm
out.
trying to engage, and then I come over here every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm just saying I come look and then I go there.
But I'm also trying to make sure that we stay up and running. And
You're doing good. You're doing good.
You have over there.
Okay. Miss
But
Sunshine,
this
you
one
bring
I
this back
probably
in,
won't
right?
crack until I get until we're done. It's that cold pressed juice that they
Yeah,
use
okay,
at
okay.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Oh, I love them. Good morning, Kia.
Dang, I got a lot of hair on my head. Why y'all didn't tell me?
Really? That's his takeaway? Not them glasses that are broke down?
I don't have hair on my head, so.
Why are you harassing me about my glasses?
Because it's funny.
Nah, that shit is not funny.
Good
You know how
morning.
it
Good
feel
morning
when you-
again. Welcome back from break. We were listening to Hero by Soprano, paying a little homage to our listeners in France. And then Tennessee by Arrested Development and Breathe by The Flowist.
The Flowist.
The Flowist.
Yeah.
All right, so now
Yeah.
we're back and we're going to bring up hot topic. Black pastors see Trump bringing new hope.
The black pastor people.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Not feeling that.
You the ordained minister?
Why you looking at me?
Because you.
I wasn't out there.
Them your friends.
I ain't wasn't out there with them.
I called them, and you're gonna show me how to do this because I wanna hashtag this.
Okay.
The 19 pimping preachers.
I want to know how much
19 pimping preachers.
19 pimping preachers.
Hashtag 19 pimp preachers.
Pimping. P-I-M-P-I-N.
Ooh, look
Oh,
at
so you hashtag 19 pimping with a dash thing preachers. What that is?
It's gonna be like that.
Apostrophe. Is that apostrophe?
That's
D-O-N-T apostrophe T. Yeah.
19 pimping preachers. Okay,
So
now,
my
here,
Kimberly is
now,
preaching.
now
Go
this
ahead.
is my area of expertise. I can't do homophobic. I don't know. I like everybody.
Right?
Well, if you cool with me, I can't stand stupid people now. Stupid people do stupid shit, and you can get a bullet don't know no name. And I don't know nothing about no cowboy stuff. But let me tell you what I do know. I know about black women in the church. So let's bring these hoes down. 19 pimping preachers. Ain't none of them. Kim, I hope you ain't watching. Ain't none of them, including Marvin D. Winans, got a real jail ministry. I didn't say prison ministry, I meant jail ministry.
You talking about like the local and the county jail?
I'm talking about local county jails and even feds. Now, of course, my church does, but I'm going to leave that alone because I'm not going to put mine up there because I know mine does because, see, it's my church. But, okay, so black women, I'm only talking to you, not talking to brown women, not talking to white women. It's not because I don't like y'all. I'm just like talking to the black women in the black church because I'm going to tell you what we do. We hold that damn church down. We can't have any real leadership in the black church. Y'all want to talk about homophobic? Why don't we talk about black women who they don't like us? Now, we can cook, we can make their tea, we can iron their handkerchiefs, we can bring them water on the stage. But as far as having real power in the church, they'll let us count the money but won't let us sign the damn checks. They'll let us count the money in the coins and pick up the money as ushers and give out fans, but they won't put us on the board of directors with a whole nother check, but I ain't even gonna listen to that. But this is what I'm saying. Black women, take back your control. Them 19 preachers who y'all think are so great, them 19 preachers who y'all let the first ladies have them red bottom shoes and shit, take back your power. Shut that hoe down. When is the first Sunday, ordained minister?
The first Sunday for what month?
The first Sunday. When
This
is the first
Sunday.
This Sunday.
This
Shut
Sunday,
that
tomorrow.
shit down. You know how you always pay your tithes and offering before you pay your light bill, before you make sure you're taken care of? Shut that shit down. Black women, I'm talking to you. Them 19 churches, if you continue, and I don't even know the cameras, but if you continue, black women, to let them 19 pimping preachers pimp you out, you deserve not to have your children. You deserve for your children to go to prison without having right representation. You deserve for your man to leave you or for you not to get a man. You deserve every damn thing you get. If you let them 19 pimping preachers who went to talk to Trump, who talk about they need to sit at the table, and they didn't even have no damn Starbucks, they didn't have no coffee, they didn't even have no water in front of them, and you're going to let them sit at the table? Sit at the the table with the enemy, I don't break bread with the enemy. Where does it say to break bread with the enemy in the Bible?
Well, it does say.
Where does it say?
It didn't say break bread.
That's
with
right.
the enemy, but it does say that that he make your enemies your footstool, which sometimes means that you have to keep your friends close and your enemies closer, because in order for them to be a footstool, they have to be close to you.
Let me tell you where the fallacy in that is.
I'm just
Let me
saying.
tell
You
you-
just
I'm-
asked.
Well,
I'm
let me
just
tell you
saying.
when your Bible has been translated even with great many errors. I was going to say erroneously, but that was wrong speech. See,
You know,
first
you
of
might
all,
be right when you say erroneously, because it has been translated so many times. It could be many errors.
many errors, and then we're going to talk about the
Absolutely.
lost books of the Bible. But
Right.
I'm going to leave that alone. But they will sit with Trump, but they won't sit with Farrakhan.
Right. Right.
Somebody
right.
who looks like them. Somebody who don't eat pork, but somebody who looks like them. You know what I'm saying? And my problem is, he's the enemy. You know he's the enemy. So
Okay.
why are you sitting at the table with him?
Because
No, let me tell you why.
In
That was
support.
rhetorical. It
In
was rhetorical.
support.
It was
Huh?
rhetorical. That was rhetorical. Let
Oh.
me tell you. Now, people. Let me give you the. Oh, let me give you the background of this.
Go ahead, Mo.
T.D. Jakes, Pastor T.D. Jakes, had a woman thou art loose. He invited Juanita Bynum. No more sheets. She went to black women. She said, "This is what's wrong. This is how we need to redo this." The first year, women, including me, because I was sorry, I was lonely, I was desperate, I didn't know my own strength or know my own power. Bought her CDs, bought her books, went to her conferences like a dumbass, and I said, yes, I'm a dumbass. And then that second year, she brought Paula White. Let me tell you who Paula White is. Paula White is from Florida. Paula White lives in Lot 14. That's where she grew up. That ain't none of my business. She'll tell you she was trailer trash. That's what happened. So Paula White is now, with her blonde self, with the aid of a bottle, but that's okay. She is now President Trump's personal pastor.
Yeah,
Now, if you know
it's
anything
Christian
about
counsel.
your president, you know he likes a certain type of look woman. That's
Right.
all I'm gonna say. Ain't none of my business what they doing in the bed, because like y'all said, it ain't my business. But then Paula White chose these 19 black, non-denominational, Kojic, full gospel preachers. 19. I don't know about you, but I'm a black woman. We got how many states?
50.
And you're gonna choose 19?
19.
You ain't getting none from New York, North Carolina, and we ain't gonna talk about the NAACP, the ones who are associated with them. You got these 19 from the Midwest, which is cool. You get who you want, but she picked and chose those dudes, and they're dudes. They're not pastors. They're not anything. They're pimping preachers. They got these large churches and they ain't doing shit in the community. And they don't even have real ministries for prison reform. They haven't done anything on prison reform. If you look in any of the congressional statements, you will not see none of the 19 who went before Congress and said shit about prison reform. What you will see is how many have Maseratis and they can't really afford them. How many have Benzes and can't afford them because they're under the church. The church owns them. So they can get that discount. But you got Paula White. So you got T.D. Jakes, who brought in Juanita Bynum. Juanita Bynum married a man who was gay. But this is her third marriage, so I'm going to let that go. Because in her, I'm going to let that go. Was he not gay? And they were fighting in the parking lot. But that's not my business. My business is T.D. Jakes brought in Juanita Bynum. Juanita Bynum used her magic, used her voodoo. Use her voodoo to get us all desperate black women. I was one of them. And then Paula White came in the fray. Now Paula White's going to go and get these 19 pimping preachers. Paula White, pimping preachers, kiss my butt. And I didn't curse.
No, you
Okay,
didn't.
I'm okay.
Oh, okay, so now that you've calmed down,
Yeah.
and you finished.
My pressure's still high. I'm sorry.
You back, Mo.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
with that being
I ain't
said,
had no sweet tea.
I want to know how much these 19
Pimping preachers.
pimping preachers
Got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sorry, there's some money
exchange your hands.
going under the
Not much.
table
Let me tell you
through
why.
the church, something.
Until the midterms are over and if they don't bring the voters,
Because that's
And
all
those
it's about.
19?
That's what it's about.
That's why they had to get those 19 because they need those votes.
Mhm.
And then
Marvin
swing
Wine is out of
states.
Detroit,
Right.
right?
Swing
And
states
then,
and swing districts.
So if he
Okay.
don't bring those
Okay,
19,
okay.
now you see what I'm coming
Yeah,
from?
I
That's
see.
why I call him
Right.
pimping, because
Okay.
he pimping out, they're pimping out the constituents.
Trying to get those
Yeah.
votes.
And that's
Okay,
why those are
okay.
the mega churches. So
Trying
if
to
he
get those
if he
votes.
don't bring, you know what you tell him? He's like, let me see what you got. If you don't bring them, you're not gonna get that casino money.
See, I didn't
Right.
even look at it from that perspective.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
But
You're
now
not
that
gonna
you say
get that
that-
land. You're not gonna get that redevelopment land that you got in your downtown and your inner city in Detroit. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? That's pennies on a dollar. I'm not gonna help you with that.
And I'm still trying to figure out how they found $12 billion for these farmers, but the water in Detroit is still fucked up.
In Flint,
Right.
Michigan?
I'm sorry, Flint, Michigan. I'm sorry, Flint.
Oh, well, that's different. Because you know the farmers are what color?
White,
And the ones in Flint, Michigan are what color?
black.
Okay, cool. Now, next. What was the other question? 'Cause
No,
he
my,
acted like that was a
my,
hard
my
question.
only thing was I so like the way that you put it so eloquently, calling the pastors pimps. I'm gonna simply call them bitches. That's what I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them bitches.
You can't call
Yes,
them
I'm
that.
calling
You know
bitches.
what?
I can call them bitches because they fellow brothers in the ministry, so I can call them bitches.
PPs.
No, they bitches, Mo. And they bitches because how are you a pastor? First of all, you are supposed to be in a place where you're supposed to guide people. You are trying to get, because the article said that they were trying to convince their congregations to go Republican.
Right.
You got 19 black pastors that may total maybe in an abundance of maybe close to 50,000 people, 60,000 people combined, maybe a little bit more of people in their churches, divided up in all these services that they got.
And then I think
You
Michael
got
was an extreme too.
Right. And then so my thing is that you have these pastors that have a premise and a platform to do your dirty work, but the essence of everything is that racism and socialism, socialism and all different things, black and white and brown are still divided, and you allowing these people to come in quote unquote into your multicultural churches. Because these at least 6 of these pastors have multicultural churches, including Dr. John Gray.
The only reason they want to do multicultural churches is because they want more money.
Well, that's what I'm
all
saying.
If it was just a black church, they wouldn't
You
get
see,
money.
because multicultural churches have more money because you have somebody else bringing in the money.
No,
because
it's
Mo,
non-profit. No, it's
Mo,
non-profit,
it's-
and they
it's-
get more grants.
Well, that's true. But
That's how they do it.
I'm talking about at the church house, the money they take up in the tithe basket. The thing is that nobody black is gonna outdo somebody white in the tithe bucket. Trust me when I say
Oh,
that.
I know that.
Because the thing is that when we as black people, when we pay our money when we get fucking good and ready. And if we see everybody else doing, our little 2 cents don't matter because Joe Blow up there got the front row. This chick over there got the front row pew up there named after her mama. That back pew back there is named after that chick's grandmama over there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so if we'll sit back and we'll enjoy the ride, and that's what these pastors are doing. They're being used to enjoy a ride that's not promised to them.
That's okay.
And that's the problem with America, period, Mo. We have been placed in a box mode for people to fight their way out of the goddamn box because that's where people think we should be, in one closed space. And so you pick out 19 Negroes, or whatever the case is, to help get you out the box where they're only lighting a fire under you. Because what they should do, they should say, you know what? Hey, my church is not going to go for this. My church is not considering this. No, the money that they're supposed to get these voters, paying these people to try to get these voters in, they know that their churches is not going to do the right thing because they know that women, men, boys, and girls have to look up to somebody who is a pussy grabber. They have to look up to somebody who's dumb. You have to, and I'm not talking about intelligence because Donald Trump had the best of education because he did.
And he didn't
Yeah.
And he didn't do nothing
Shit
with it,
with
but
it.
on paper he does. Okay? And not only that, no,
Pepe.
it's right. And my thing is you have there is no hope for this man's presidency. There's no hope. And black folks, you better get it in your head that this man is not out for you. You better get it in your head because 2020 is coming really quick.
This
And-
man isn't out for anybody but his
Himself.
damn self and his family.
I-
It's all about his legacy and his
But that's-
money and his growth.
but that's
He
okay.
doesn't give a fuck about any goddamn person in this country.
But-
Not a damn person.
Well, because first of all, 2 of the 3 wives have not been from this country, and white women never looked at that. They voted him in, and they were like, he don't like y'all. I'm good with it though, because he really don't like me. Ask Omarosa. But you got these people who
Right.
are thinking that because they're the chosen blacks, that he really likes them. Let me tell you, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. He don't like me no more than I like him. People
Right.
often ask me, why did you vote for President Barack Obama? My response, the same reason you did, because he was black. Don't tell me to look at somebody's track record. I did it because he was black. You can't take my vote away from me. You can't fade me. That's why I voted. Had Farrakhan run, I'd have voted for him. When Jesse ran in 84 and 88, I worked in the campaign. I voted for him. Why? Because he was black. Don't come at me because you don't want none. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that he's going to be who he is. Cool. He's going to be president 4 years, 8 years. Cool. Black people got to get their stuff together.
Wait, hold up.
We don't have to worry about
Hold
him.
up, Mo,
Yes, ma'am.
this is what you don't understand.
Okay.
And what you're missing. And I see you got the picture. I get it. But there's a part that is missing from this. Because as I'm looking at it and I was thinking about the votes and the key locations of these churches. These are in swing counties.
States.
Right.
Swing counties and swing counties of swing states.
For local. Right.
For locals. So what's going to happen is he's trying to get just enough voters so they can maintain power of the
For the
House
next
and the
election
Senate in the
2020.
midterms, so that he doesn't get impeached. Because he knows good and well if the House,
Get them Democrats up in there.
the House
Yeah.
It's a
and
wrap.
the Senate flip over the Democrat, because it's only going to take like 3 votes in each to flip. He already knows he's up for impeachment.
He does.
He should already be.
That's as I'm putting this together and I'm seeing it, that means he's up for impeachment because he already knows the Republicans. Look, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The Republicans out there that are allowing this to go on need to let your nuts hang. Point blank, period. He got your nuts, and I'm talking about men, women. He got your nuts.
Got him by the balls.
Got you by the ball. He's trying to prevent a flip in the House and the Senate because if he prevents a flip, that prolongs his presidency
Okay.
and it prolongs his agenda. Here's the other thing: the reason he doesn't say anything about Russia because apparently he gave up ownership of his company, but he's been trying to put a Trump Tower in Moscow for years.
Mm-hmm.
This is why he won't say anything bad about Russia. So he's looking out for his future,
Right.
and like you said, his legacy. But I'm sorry, your legacy is already fired. So with these 19 pimping preachers, if you happen to just live in these different areas, and we'll put the list up for you on Facebook. We'll put the list up. What y'all have to understand is it's a game. And every time we learn the game, they change the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So again, open your minds, open a book, start reading and researching this. What's going to happen is
And
we're gonna
realize
figure-
you're being used.
You're being used, and that's exactly what I was going to say. You're being used. They don't care about you. They just want your vote for that hot second to give them a couple more years in power, and then fuck your life up for eternity.
Absolutely.
But they never have liked us. When we were in their kitchens, when we were taking care of their children, we knew that.
Hell, the Republicans only wanted to free slaves so they could get the damn votes.
Yes.
The Democrats don't really like us either. But then again, at least with the Democrats, which I can understand some people being Democratic, it's like, well, hell, we don't have as many races. There's few races.
You know, you actually took the words out of my mouth because, quite frankly, I remember just a little bit when we were growing up that Democrats were pretty much all white. Pretty much, but what it was, Mo, they were not as conservative as the like Ronald Reagan and all of them people that I can remember in my Rolodex a little bit. The George Bushes and Bush wasn't conservative. He was a drunk. So you
Well,
know he
he
just
was a
did his thing. He didn't give a
He
shit.
was a
You know he was
public.
just a Republican because that's who his mom and them was. Okay, but the thing is, that's what we typically do. If your mama and your daddy or your people you grew up with, if they was Democrat, it's typical that you go Democrat. Now I'm gonna make a confession. Don't y'all cuss me out later because I made a confession. When back in when George Bush ran the first time, George W. Bush. I voted for George W. Bush because I did not trust what the man named the vice president for Bill. What was his
Dan
name?
Quayle.
Yeah,
I did not-
No.
No.
He was Republican. Sorry.
No,
Al Gore.
Al Gore.
Tennessee, here in Temple.
I did not trust Al Gore. Yes, it was my maybe it was my
So it was your
vote that put
vote?
his ass
So it was
over.
your vote?
Huh?
It was your vote?
It
that
was
started
my
this
vote.
war that we've been in for 19 years?
Well, it don't matter, but I voted. That was my thing because I feel like if you are a voting
Everybody's got their
citizen,
right
You
you
got the
have a
right.
voice to
You
say
have-
what you want to
and
say.
you can say
And that was my voice. And yes, that was the only time I ever voted Republican. But when I go to the polls, I'm not Democrat or Republican. Well, now you have to be because they separated now. So they have the different polling places. But I remember you could go in and your vote was your private choice, whatever you decided to do. I did not vote for Barack Obama during the pre-term election because I felt like Hillary Clinton would be a better president the first time she ran. But she lost the Democratic primary and he took it and I voted for him then. I did not vote for him because he was black. I voted for her because I felt like her views were matching my views and that's what I wanted to see, white or black. Okay, so if people have in their minds, if they use their vote like common sense, then we wouldn't have Trumps. We wouldn't have issues like that. But see, people, just like they've been preaching all, during 2016 and 2015, during this campaign, that people wanted to see something different other than somebody who's political. Now that they have somebody radical that's in office, now that he has been selected, how have our country benefited? Now, I'm going to tell you, a couple of things have our country benefited. Unfortunately, our economy has benefited. Why?
Stop.
Wait a minute, hang on. Has benefited in a way because you have separated families. Okay? Anytime that there is a division in family, that's more money coming to the government. Anytime that there is any kind of separation of any kind, time that you mess up international trade ties, that's more money in our pocket. Gas prices have been going down. Can't lie about that. Well, I don't pay premium no more, thank God. But the thing is that
Premium ain't went down.
But the thing is that some of this stuff, I'm not saying that he's the best. I'm saying that some things have benefited from what he's done. However, it's gonna bite us in the ass in the end.
I refuse I refuse your statement, and I will give you factual reference.
I'll give me some facts.
Look at every presidential election where it flips from Republican to Democrat.
Okay.
Anytime the presidency has flipped from Republican to Democrat, under the Republican that precedes the Democrat, the economy was going down. Under the Democrat, it went up. The first 2 years of the Republican after that Democrat, it continued to go up. In the third year, it declines.
Okay.
Then after that, as the Republican goes out of office, gas prices shoot up, cost of living shoots up. What do they call it? I can't remember the word for it, but the cost of living increases, inflation increases under Republicans. Then a Democrat comes in, they fix it, get the economy going strong again. The first 2 years, the Republican benefits from the Democrat that sat in the presidency before them. Every single time. You don't believe it? Look it up. Look it up for yourself, and you will see the economy shoots up under Democrats. And the first 2 years of Republican presidency, that Republican president actually benefits. The other thing that people don't realize is that the first year under Republican president, until October, we are still under the budget and the economy set by the previous president.
Right,
because
right.
the fiscal year does not change over until October. So when Trump first got in office, those first few months, that was all Obama.
Right.
That
right,
wasn't him.
Right.
Since then, it's continued to grow, but these are because of policies that were put in place by Obama. He doesn't want to admit to that. This is why he's trying to gut affordable health care. instead of fixing it, he's been slowly gutting it, taking out pieces here and there that have been voted on, but you hear nothing about. But
Right.
programs are slowly being ended. This is also why the economy continues to grow, because we have not felt the impact. Everybody needs to understand something. By the time the government impacts and makes a change to anything, for the average person to see any benefit or any effect from it, it's going to take 18 months to 2 years for it to impact you as a person. You might get a slight increase on your paycheck initially, but when the impact really hits you, it's going to be 18 months to 2 years down the line. This is what you have to understand.
Real quick, since Mo stepped out to go redo her meter thing, I'll go ahead and I'll take us to break real quick.
Okay.
Once Realty Property Group promises to meet your needs with honesty, integrity, with a selfless demeanor to ensure a bold commitment and excellence. Do me a favor and contact my brother Jason Golden at 214-972-0900. Listen, on our break real quick, we're taking a quick 5-minute break. We want you to listen to the sounds of On Broadway by Mr. George Benson, and we'll be right back. Appreciate it.
Our music selection this show has been a little eclectic. We've been all over the place.
Yeah, I know, right?
I like that.
I was trying to get y'all to tell me what y'all want.
You didn't get my text?
I got your text for the song for the promo.
Right, but then I sent you a couple of songs.
I promise to goodness I did. You have to send it through Instant Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know I put y'all songs on there. I sure do. Hey everybody, hope y'all enjoying the conversation. When we come back, we're gonna tie this up real quick, and we're gonna all get a chance to mash the gas. So I'm interested in seeing what my crew got to mash the gas on this week, and then we're gonna be ending the show. Listen, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. All of that stuff, we are on there. We're on there. We appreciate all of that good stuff. And we're going to recap the show real quick. I think we got about 20 minutes to do that. So I think we can do that.
Boy, my head hurts all this serious talk shit.
What is that you drinking?
It's cold pressed juice.
Can I see it?
It's,
I ain't going to drink out of it. I just want to see it.
7-Eleven has them, and I like them. No sugar added. Of course, if you check the sugar content, sometimes it's relatively high depending on what it is. I like the red one and the green one. The yellow one's okay. The other one that's...
But
I
sugar
think
has natural juice in it. I mean,
think-
sugar in it.
Right. I think the purple one is the one I don't like because it's real something. But
Tomato, tart cherry, beets, strawberries, limes, and apples.
See, and I just worry about cold pressed juices because I need to see, is it pasteurized?
I want to say that it is.
Because I'm worried about that because technically, well,
Right.
they may not be producing it in the state of Texas.
Not from concentrate, no sugar added. Shake well before using.
Yeah,
If it's
'cause it will-
pasteurized, it'd be on here if it's pasteurized, wouldn't it?
Yep.
And sometimes I get seeds.
Yeah. But no, I'm just wondering because I'm guaranteeing you this is not produced in the state of Texas.
It does have a shelf life.
Well, it's not produced in the state of Texas because if they're saying it's 100% juice, that means under the Texas Department of Health regulation, that has to be pasteurized.
Good morning, Renita.
And if they're doing cold press, that means they're having to press it at below 30 degrees.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it. I enjoy it. It's one of those things that.
So within 3 days, okay. So I'm trying to figure out where it's at. No, it's in California. That's why. That is why. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I guess. Are we
Hey,
even
Miss
supposed to
Charm.
coming back?
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Miss Trump can't hear me. That's okay.
How much time we have on this break? It's almost.
Yeah, this is
4 minutes.
5-minute break.
I should have gone to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 5-minute break, so actually we should be getting ready to come back.
And see, this just goes to show you I have a big head because this is hurting my ear.
It's true. You didn't hear what I said.
No, I'm sorry. I miss everything. I miss everything.
She's like, what the hell road you in? I said, I got one too.
Actually, with this stuff, it's like makes the room look a little bigger, don't it?
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Yeah. This is made in California.
And yeah.
Let me.
Product of Turkey. Product of Turkey.
Shut up, Turkey! No, when they say a product of
One
Turkey,
minute.
what they have to do is if something comes in from that country,
Distributed and from Irving, Texas. But that's what did you see that it says California on there?
see, what happens is if something is actually made in the state of California, they have to put the recycling thing up.
Gotcha.
Stand by.
I don't think you're right on that. I'm gonna do my
Do
research.
your research.
I hate research.
That's how you know it's made in California, because anything made in California has to have it. Any food product or anything that's
But I
possible to
think
recycle.
everything's got that
Does it have
on
a
it.
nickel or does it have 10 cents?
Nibble.
Okay. That's right.
We are live. We are live. Welcome back, y'all. We're gonna be wrapping up the show. We're gonna get to mashing the gas.
On Broadway by George Benson.
Yes.
I like that
Good on
song.
that one, yeah.
Yes.
And here's a personal testimony from Jason Golden, CEO of Once Realty
So Mo is trying.
Mo!
Mo.
For those of y'all who
Oh
listen
my
to us on
God.
the After Party Network, we got
Oh my
headsets
God.
now
And
instead
that
of
is
microphones.
This is Jaren right here.
We're
That's
getting used
Daz.
to having
Oh
a
my
headset
God.
Sorry.
instead of a
So,
microphone in front of
personal
us.
testimony from Jason Golden, CEO of Once Realty Property Group. Owning a home is one of the most rewarding accomplishments an individual can achieve in their life. Home ownership provides a number of benefits that not only can enhance quality of life, but also improve financial stability. Having experienced this firsthand, I wanted to help others achieve their dream of home ownership and improve their financial well-being through real estate. So I established Once Real Property Group in 2017. Look, our trusted realtor, Jason Golden, can make your imagination a reality. Contact him now at 214-972-0900. And let me add, to you people who are renting and have children, you're doing your children a great disservice because you don't have anything to leave them. Because you can't leave them that 2013 car. I mean, you can if they're 9 years old, but all that's going to happen is that the bank is going to take it if you don't have the right insurance. Why don't you leave them something like a home or a house that they can have, that they can build wealth with for generations to come? Legacy, people. Stop thinking about next week and start thinking about 10 years from now for your children. You got these children because you try to catch these bids, so just go ahead and provide for the children. I hate you. You just dog me out so bad.
I haven't said a word. What are you talking about?
So for everybody watching us, listening to us on After Party Radio, y'all gotta follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Y'all see the behind the scenes. You'll get the full story about some of the stuff you verbally hear, but when you get the graphics to go along with it, it'll make much more sense.
I didn't say a word.
He's so mean
Not a
to
word.
me. You are so mean
Not
to
a word.
me.
Listen, so we're up to the segment now where we're going to go ahead and mash the gas. Now, real quick, first of all, I just want to just say, welcome back, crew. It's good to see all of y'all and shit. You
Oh
know.
my gosh, he's using that word again.
I know. It's wonderful. It's good to see you guys again. So, to kind of get our people back in the mood. Mo, I'm going to start with you.
Oh my.
What you want to mash the gas on today? What you want to mash the
Well,
gas
I don't really have much to mash the gas about because I'm a really happy person. But let me tell you something that I don't understand. Why y'all having all these back to school book bag things for these children? Because what I saw was this lady on TV. This lady on TV just the mayor's book in Dallas, Texas. We have a book bag drive.
Back to school
Back
drive.
to school. So the lady got on TV, I swear to God, WFAA, and she said, well, it's really nice that they have these right here for us because I don't have to go to the store and stand in a long line. I was like, what?
You standing in a hell by a long line.
Well, no, but it doesn't matter. That's the reason, because you don't want to go to the store and stand in a long line, so you go get a free backpack thing for your children? Man, I was hotter than fish grease.
Oh, shit.
I was hot. So hot that you can call in. I'm gonna call in on her. Well, who does that? I don't want to stand in online. What she should have done was stand in the line and get that makeup done and get that bad wig off of her. She should have went a la natural. But I ain't saying nothing because you said what I wouldn't want match together.
Thank you, Mo. We appreciate that. Sunshine, Miss Sunshine, ladies are always first. Do you have anything you want to mash your gas on today?
You know, my biggest thing, my biggest pet peeve is people. It's always been people. Treat people how you would like to be treated, and more else, treat yourself how you would want to, or how you would treat others.
So who done mistreated themselves, Miss Sunshine? Who done mistreated themselves?
I think people in this day and age of social media and whatnot they become deceitful. They become just all out for self gratification, and no thought process for other people.
So people that's selfish
Users,
and have
selfish
yeah.
users.
You know what? I had a master gas on that before you came onto the show. Let me tell you, I went the hell off because I can't stand the user. That you see, that woke me up. I can't stand the user.
People
Can't
been
do
using
that.
upfront and
Joseph and his
honest.
brothers. Remember? With that coat.
You know,
Miss Sean, stay on standby so I can mute Mo's mic. It's not too late to mute her mic. Go ahead, I'm listening. Go
No,
ahead,
I just feel that people will accept you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just be upfront, be honest.
Like Silk said, you ain't got a lot of kicking.
that's
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Hendrix, you got anything you want to mash your gas on?
Who was this?
Silk the Shocker was a rapper back in the mid and late 90s.
Didn't somebody named Big C die?
Oh,
There's one of the rappers in Dallas, C Man, Big C.
Oh, but that was a year ago.
No, it was yesterday.
Who?
See Scrubs.
C Scrubs. That's
He
him.
died
He
yesterday?
died yesterday, day before yesterday.
Star
Wasn't he
knows
young?
who we talking about.
Wasn't he young?
Well, he's a Dallas rapper, so I thought we'd know.
Was he
I'm
under
not
40?
following. I'm
Yeah, he was
sorry.
young. Was he under 30? Okay, he's under 40. So he's young.
Okay, Hendrix, you got anything you want to mash your gas on,
You
brother?
know what? I have something that I'm gonna say, and I'm not sure how people gonna take it, but don't take advice from somebody that's not in the situation that you want to be in.
Thank you.
Don't
Damn
take
right.
advice
Shit.
from somebody that is not in the situation that
Right.
you yourself don't want to be in.
So there you go. If you're single, don't take advice from somebody who's married. If you're married, don't take advice from somebody who's single.
No. If
Even
you're
more so?
no, if you're single
And you want to be.
and you want to be married, why are you taking advice from an unhappily married person
Or a single person.
or a single person?
Like Oprah. We can't take advice on how to lose weight.
Right.
No, we can't take advice on how to get married.
Right.
That
From
bitch
Oprah.
Shaq and just...
I find this funny because I saw this post and it tripped me out on Facebook yesterday. It said, if you are helping your man with the bills, you are not his wife, you're his roommate.
Right?
I'm just like,
Hmm.
you
Wow.
look at any marriage that has lasted, it's a partnership. It's
Right.
not all on one person.
Right.
So now, and this is where a person can be very attractive until they open their damn mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking at this post like, because it was a female that posted, very attractive until she opens her mouth. Then it's just like, because I'm gonna tell you, fellas, if you see her out in the streets, 9 times out of 10, your head gonna turn if she walk past you. That's how good she is. But when she open her mouth, and then on top of that, she giving this advice to women, and she's a single mother that's been married 3 times, and all of her marriages have ended in divorce.
Did she need... Well, shit, she ain't nothing but a female Steve Harvey.
Well,
Who
there you
gives,
go.
who gives relationship advice?
See, this is what you call a thirst trap. A
Thirst trap.
She is a thirst trap. She looks for dudes that are thirsty, that may have a little money. She use up all their money, and then she move on.
Just like them Juanita Bonham conferences used to go to. That's a thirst trap.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
She-
yeah.
She told mama, you know what, I'm gonna write her. Get my damn
well,
money.
So
I ain't
I
no
say
response,
I say all that to say this. Look, watch who you take advice from.
That's true,
Watch
bro.
where you get your advice from. And watch people that's throwing you free advice. Look at them a little more closely. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the person giving you advice is not also going to admit their flaws and tell you the whole story, you might want to watch them a little closely.
See, he is on point there. Because I tell
He
everybody,
is.
when they be like, but you man, I say, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
But, you know, but it's true because people always run their damn mouth about stuff that they have no experience in whatsoever. It's always, well, my opinion is. Don't nobody give a shit about your opinion.
Just like with credit. People, I be like, the reason I'm so good at doing what I do about credit is because I've been there. I done come on, answer the phone. No, she's not here right now. Knowing this full well me.
Right.
You know? And I've been on the collection end, so I know the pitfalls. That's why I named that book When Good People Have Bad Credit. She was a good person. I had bad credit.
Yeah,
And I
whatever.
can tell you how to get it out.
So now you got good credit, you just became a bad person. I'm going to get hit with this bell. Let's hurry up
Hey,
and
I
end this show.
just fixed the bell this morning. Let's not break
Yeah,
it.
but say, you know them damn bells gonna stay working around this piece.
That's because we have sexual intercourse all over the table.
Oh my
Did
goodness.
y'all wipe the table off?
We
Yes, we
did.
Oh, okay. Good.
Write it down.
So real quick, we got about 8 minutes left. Let me mash the gas real quick. I just want to say real quickly, please follow the golden rule. You should do unto others as you have them do unto you. Understand that karma is a bitch that don't knock at the door. She comes right on in.
Right
wherever you
on
are.
in.
So you have to watch how you treat people. You cannot treat people any kind of way and expect the blessings of God to come pouring down on your life.
It ain't
Let
gonna
me
happen.
give you a quick example. If a man has dogged his girlfriend, his wife or whatever, all this kind of stuff, if he's did her wrong or whatever, and she stayed for it all, after a while, it don't just become his fault, it's her fault too. I'm a firm believer because I think that
Yes.
everybody should use their own goddamn brain.
Right.
So I'm with that. Now, when the tables are turned, when he is done with his foolishness or whatever the case it is, he's doing the right thing, and now she want to act a damn fool. Young lady, woman, whoever you are, please understand that anything that y'all do to each other, karma will bite you. He may have been on a straight and narrow, whatever the case it is, but you shouldn't go and do the thing that you thought he was doing or the thing that you may know he was doing and you still stuck there, because at the end of the day, you
Two
still
wrongs
there.
don't make a right.
And my thing
But three
is,
rights make a left.
yes, it do. 3 rights make a left. And so my thing is people need to understand. Don't treat people any kind of way just because they did you a certain way. Listen, I used to be real huge on being on my give back at a person. Look, I was a very vengeful person, and listen, I learned some of my hardest lessons, doing people any kind of way and being diabolical and calculated.
I'm sorry.
I'm still a work in progress.
I'm
Ain't
a work
there
in
yet.
progress.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
If you do me dirty, I'm coming after you.
That's my, oh my
I'm
God,
coming
that's the thing that I still struggle with it. And don't get me wrong, I ain't perfect. I'm just saying that, we have to remember that there is an answer to every question. And sometimes that every question that's being presented in our circumstances will not get an answer until we're ready for them. So instead of being on your get back with a person, just let life deal with them. Yeah, I know it's weird coming from somebody like me because listen, if you pull a gun on me, bitch, I'm pulling one out on you, and it's either you or me. I'm just saying that,
Oh my.
it's the truth. Biggie, let me tell you something. Who's that? That was what was that rapper that say you don't buy a gun, you don't get a gun to survive. You don't get a gun to live, something like that. But you get a gun to survive or something like that. It was like little word switcheroo or whatever. In other words, what he was saying is that sometimes you have to get things just in case, not just because.
Right.
So. Don't do people any kind of way, because then she's gonna come to bite you, and ain't shit I can do for you.
And that's the thing. If you stay ready, you ain't ever gotta get ready.
That's right.
So
See, people talk about karma, but I don't really. How many more minutes? Because I got it.
Oh, we got 5 minutes.
Okay, so you're telling me if you do something wrong to someone, it comes back on you.
Just like if you did
I'm
something
thinking,
wrong,
I'm
it get
thinking,
you.
oh shit, let me tell you, once upon a time I went to the store, my grandma gave me some money, she said give me a Sunday paper, I reached in, put the money in there, reached in, discovered you could get more than one paper.
Right.
So I got 2 papers. I closed that hoe up, walked, and stumped my toe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that's how it gets back at me. But I'm thinking you got your president who's sitting on high looking on low. And he's done dirt all his life and he still gets rewarded. But what I think people should understand and know is that the sins of the father,
Yeah.
that's what kills him.
Yeah.
But look
So
at
you
look
can look at
at
stuff I've done right
That's a place in
now.
hell, though.
But see, stuff I've done now, I don't think it's the karma. I know my daddy did some foul stuff. So I'm getting beat up inside
I
the
mean,
head
it's,
all over.
a lot of times, you know, it's just the aftermath does spill over into
The
the
next
children
yeah,
and into
yeah.
the next generation.
And I want people to know that we're doing foul stuff.
I mean, Trump is getting his, you know, because think about it like this, Mo. We see one side of him, okay? We don't see his vulnerability. You know who see the vulnerability of his? That girl of his. What's her name? Melania. That wife of his that he married. What's she from? Where is she from?
she's from
Croatia?
she's
Is it
from a
Croatia?
small town country.
It ain't
small.
Which is- no, I think
She's from a Slavic country,
Because-
though, isn't she?
Because what's worse, Mo, than having your constituents hate you is when you don't have love in your own home.
Okay, first of all,
That's-
he's never
that's-
had love because his parents didn't love him. But let me tell you what real problems are.
Damn.
Let me tell you what a real problem is. A real problem is when you gotta call different bill collectors and then set up payment plans. I ain't talking about nobody who can know what they're gonna eat. A real problem is when you go to the grocery store, you guys put back that meat. So when y'all talking about when you know he's gonna get his shit, he need to get his now because people like me who have to go to Winco and Walmart with coupons are suffering.
But here's
I'm with you on
here-
that.
Here's the
Seriously.
thing. Your punishment may not always be visible.
Right.
And sometimes those invisible punishments that everybody can't see are the worst ones. They are the worst ones. People can understand when you get beat up by life. That's one thing that everybody can understand. They can see that. But what you can't see and what most people don't know is that an internal battle where you're battling yourself, that'll wear your ass out.
And you gotta think about it, Mo. You know, his job wasn't meant to you know take a piece of meat back into the Winco stuff that you couldn't afford to buy, or put it back on the shelf, and then you got to dig under the other side to see if you find a cheaper piece.
Okay.
You know that's not his burden to bear. But you know, we can survive on the streets if you know we had $2 or $3. And, you know, you go take your ass to Jack in the Box, get you 4 tacos and 3-4 sauces because that's $2. And plus, you know, you're gonna get full halfway.
Did you say Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box,
Where they got
$2 for 99.
two
hell,
tacos with $1.
And
Two
just make
fine.
sure that you drink your water first. There
And
you
drink
go.
water, get you some
Drink.
apple seltzer
Yes,
and some Pepto.
Like people can afford Alka-Seltzer and Pepto. I'm letting
The
y'all
Walmart
know.
brand.
When y'all talk about their karma is a bitch, and then I look at people who are multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires.
Yeah, Mo, but they got multi-billionaire issues.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got them kind of issues.
Ooh.
I ain't no more. Yeah, I
I
got
wish we
issues.
had time. We can talk about the Charlie Sheen's broke ass, but we run out of time. It's 11:59.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen always have a place to live as long as his daddy got one.
Listen, everybody, thank you so much for enjoying the show on today. Listen, remember, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Snapchat,
and now YouTube. And our episode is on YouTube Live. Please catch us next week right here on the After Party Radio at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's your boy Q with the MTG crew, Mo Swag,
Or at
Hendrix, and
6
Miss
p.m.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Or 6 p.m. in Francois.
Bonsoir. What? It's not Francois, is it? That's a name.
We will see y'all next time. God bless you, and we appreciate that shit. Why is you harassing me? Now sit right there, because we got to do our promo real quick.
We doing it on video?
So
No, but
No,
we
well, no, you was late. It's 29:15.
YouTube.
And we got a few minutes to do this
Yeah.
too, because my meter run out at 12:22.
Okay,
Mine too.
Mine at 12:37.
I just had to put money in there. What do I read?
No,
No.
the promo for the show, Mo. The promo for the show, Mo. See, y'all, YouTube, y'all getting to see some behind the scenes. Is you in the Facebook Live?
I'm still on the Facebook.
So Facebook
Still
Live?
live?
Yeah, we
I
still
heard my
live
feelings. It kinda
on
hurt. Oh, did I
Facebook.
take this? Leave this on?
Leave it
Yeah,
on.
leave it on, Mo.
Yeah.
Because our mics pick up great on the cameras. They pick up great. so we don't really need the mic.
What am I listening to? Who is it?
I don't know, but I like this song.
Tory Lane.
Okay. I want you to listen to Kane Brown. He is awesome.
What is it?
Kane Brown. K-A-N-E Brown. He's awesome.
Okay, so you know you can switch this up a little bit. You can embellish a little bit or whatever, so you don't have to follow it verbatim unless if you just want to follow it verbatim.
Okay, I'll follow
That's how
the
you do
rules.
it. Dun, 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 dun,
What the hell are you doing?
I don't know.
Huh?
Q, what are you doing?
I don't know.
She ain't. You ready, miss? You ready?
Yeah, baby,
Oh,
she's a...
shit. Let me put on my glasses. Uh-oh.
He's talking about, he said, dun, 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 dun. I'm like,
I'm
what
just
the
spitting
hell?
it out. I'm just sorry.
What's going on?
Keep on that short.
Yeah, on the short bus with the titty windows.
Y'all, I ain't had none of my medicine. Y'all pray for me.
Okay, 1 5 point to you, then you can start.
Say what? What?
When she points to us, you can start.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy Q.
Hey y'all, Miss Sunshine. Don't get too close, you might get burned.
Hey, it's your boy Hendrix in the cut.
And Mo Swag.
And y'all are tuning into
Master
Master
Gas
Gas
Talk
Talk
Radio.
Radio. For your sophisticated break. Can we start this?
Take two.
We
Take
practiced this. That's why you sent it to us, remember?
Sorry. I didn't know I made myself put out my words.
We're all tongue side.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let me know when you're ready, Miss Storm. I'm gonna get it right this time.
She's always ready, baby.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Q.
Hey y'all, Miss Sunshine. Don't get too close, you might get burned.
Hey, it's your boy Hendrix in the cut.
And Mo Swag.
And y'all are tuning into
Master Gas Talk Radio.
For your sophisticated raw talk.
He messed up in the same damn place last time. Dang it. Take three.
When we did it with Deuce, I did the same thing. I don't know what is the problem.
So
with
for
saying
YouTube Live,
sophisticated.
Facebook Live, hey, we
Oh,
cut
God.
Sophisticated.
we cut the new promo for the show, y'all.
Sophisticated.
Give us a word with an S in
Sophisticated.
it. You can't say it.
Okay,
This
Miss
will be the
Storm.
last time because we got it, baby. We got
We
it.
got it this time, I promise. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Q.
Hey y'all, Miss Sunshine. Don't get too close, you might get burned.
Hey, it's your boy Hendrix in the cut.
And Mo Swag.
And y'all are tuning